All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Nicole Robinson coming to you again with another episode of Meet the Mustangs. And tonight we have the pleasure of talking with Jonathan Fuller, who is number 24 of the Connecticut Mustangs. So how are you doing tonight, John?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm pretty good, just hanging in there basically. So before I ask you about anything that has to do with football, I really want to know, like, how are you handling yourself during this pandemic? Like, it's really crazy right now. So how are you like handling what's going on? Like, are you still in work? Did you get furloughed, laid off? Like, how's that going for you?
For a while, I was definitely affected by it. I was furloughed from work, but I do like foreign exchange, so I have been really affected by it because I still been able to make money and stuff like that. But I definitely like everyday work. I definitely felt that because I haven't been to work in about like 2 months. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people are getting affected by it. I mean, I was lucky, like I work in the school system, so I'm not actually at work, but I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
I'm still working. Like we do a lot of the Zoom, like how we're doing now.
Yeah, over the
Yeah,
computer.
like with my kids. So, it's an adjustment though. So I
Nah,
definitely,
for sure. It's
yeah,
crazy out here right now.
it definitely is. I never thought like I would be part of something this big. You read about it in
Yeah,
history,
literally.
but you don't think about it until it happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So why don't you just start with telling me a little bit about yourself, like where you're from, your schools you attended, sports you played when you were young.
Um, I'm born and raised New Haven since I was born. I bounced around from a couple of schools, like middle schools. I went to Edgewood. I went to a school in West Haven, but then I came back to New Haven for the rest of middle school, and I finished at Bernard. Um, I've been playing basketball honestly for my whole life. Like this coming season will be like my fourth year playing football altogether.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah.
Wow. So you haven't played long at all.
Nah, besides last year, honestly, my last time playing football organized was my freshman year in high school. So it's been like kind of sporadic.
So what made you want to come back to football? Like, why didn't you pursue the basketball? Like, because you said you would play basketball pretty much your whole life. Like, what
Yeah.
made you decide to just say, what I want to come back into playing football?
I mean, I was always pretty good at football and I played like pickup with my friends and stuff like that. So most of them play on the team and I was like, I kind of like put it off to the side a couple of years. I didn't really want to play. I was still trying to, pursue basketball. And then I got tired of just like sitting in the stands when I knew I really was like able to play. Like I've always been good at football, but basketball, is my thing. So knowing I was just like I was able to play, but I was sitting in the stands kind of just made me like want to give it a shot. So
Okay, cool. So it was just kind of like you know what, let me just go out and try this because my friends
yeah,
are doing it. I'm good. Well,
I used to practice with them and stuff like that. So I was like, I might as well play for real. So
exactly. You don't want to keep getting all them hits and you're not really out there on the field.
yeah,
So what made you try out for the mustard? Well, you said you've been doing it for 4 years, right? So
yeah.
um I know a couple of the other guys that I've spoken to, not too many so far, but a couple of other ones were talking about the team that was before Mustangs, which was the Ravens. Were you a part of the Ravens as well?
No, actually, last year was my first year playing
Oh,
semi-pro. So,
oh
yeah, this is
wow.
all
Okay.
I know is the Ravens. But I known my brother been playing on the team since the Ravens, so I've been around. So I know,
Oh
most of the kids
wow.
from there.
Oh
Yeah,
cool. So you're like brand new to this
yeah.
game.
I'm real new.
Okay. So, what position do you play for the team?
I play corner.
Okay. And what exactly is corner?
I play like the outside of the defense. I like follow the wide receivers throughout the game. That's pretty much what I do.
Okay. Interesting. That's interesting. So, how do you being new and even though you have played, before you said you used to play the pickup and you
Hmm.
practice with them, but being basically brand new to the semi-pro world. How does it feel being out on the field, like as opposed to being in the stands?
Uh, Honestly, it don't feel no different, to be honest, because I played with them, like, you know what I mean, like, in pickup. So I play sports my whole life. It's like, don't matter if I'm on the field, like, for an organized game or not. I just play for the fun, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Because a lot of people just, it's kind of like one of those things where they have to be on that field in order to feel a certain type of way about the sport. And if they're not on the field, it's like they don't want to do the
Oh,
sport.
don't get me wrong. I'm definitely super competitive. I want to be on the field at all times, but it didn't really feel much of a difference besides me actually playing on Saturdays with them. So
Yeah, yeah. So being brand new though, how long do you feel like you still have to play? Like how long do you think that you will be doing this game? Because some of the other guys are like, oh, I got maybe like a year, 2, 5, something, but they've been playing it for like 5 or 6 years already, and this will be your second year. So technically, since when the season starts, it'll be your second year, right?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so how long do you feel like you have left to play? Like especially in your body, because our bodies tell us like
Yeah, for
certain
sure.
things.
Um, Honestly, I don't think I got a time cap on it. Like, I've been playing sports for a while, so I'm always really in shape. Football though is, it's a little more physical, but I'm fresh to football. So last year is pretty much like the first year I really took those kind of hits or anything like that. So I feel like I got a lot of time left. I want to pursue as much as I can with football while I still can. So I don't really think I got a time cap right now.
Okay, can I ask you how old you are?
I just turned 24 in March.
Oh, okay, so you probably got a long time left in you.
Nah, yeah. I got some time left.
Yeah, 24, because 24-year-old bodies can take those hits. When you start
Yeah.
getting 34, that's a little different. That's a little different. But so besides, I guess for just for the love of playing sports, like you said, what do you wish to get out of playing with the Mustangs?
Um, Honestly, I like to win. So I'm looking for a championship, but now that I've like made a jump in my skill from last year to this year, I kind of want to see if I could go play like arena football or something like that while I can. So hopefully like I get some exposure, some film that I could send out. That's just basically what I'm looking for.
Oh, nice, nice. That would be interesting, That would be something
Yeah,
that, especially if you were to do that coming from this team, you already know that you would have like support and people,
exactly.
having your back. So, I mean, hey, I wish you nothing but the best in that area.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and then if I see you in arena football, I could be like, hey, I know John Fuller. I interviewed him in
Definitely.
2020.
Definitely.
Maybe I could get another interview back, later
Yeah, you
on.
could get another interview. You get another interview.
Exactly. So, well, besides, sports and stuff and all the craziness that's going on, what other things occupy your time? I mean, you said you were 24, so I'm assuming you're not married.
Nah,
I'm assuming no kids. And
no
so,
kids. No
what
kids.
other hobbies do you have that besides playing sports?
Uh, Besides playing sports,
Yeah.
I just like to I like to work out, honestly. That's just something I do to get my mind off of everything. If I'm not working out, I like to be around family, my friends. I'm kind of adventurous, so I'm kind of with doing anything, to be honest. I don't really like to just stay stagnant and do sit around and stuff. So
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. So you mentioned working out a few times. And
hmm
and so to me that means like you like to stay in shape, you like to be healthy. Have you ever
for
thought
sure.
about doing like going towards like being a trainer, like a personal trainer or anything like
Oh,
that?
I've been doing that for a while now.
Oh,
I've
okay.
started my own little training business thing when I was a junior in high school, where I did like skills training for basketball. But since I started doing football, I'm gonna try to like change it over to that.
Okay. Yeah, because that would be interesting to, like you said, you like working out. It seems like you're really fit. So it'll be
Right.
interesting for you to just help other people. Like,
Definitely. I like to do that anyways. I do that
yeah,
with my little cousins and stuff like that, just for me. So it would definitely be an interest if I could do it like professionally.
that would be something interesting. Hey, being on the football team, you never know what kind of connect you can get out there. So I say
Definitely.
keep plugging that.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
if someone sees this interview and they know someone who can set you up in that field, or I mean, even if I, hear something, it's always a good way for them to say, hey, let me get in contact with John and go from there. Because
Definitely.
it's about like it's not always about what you know right now. It's about who you know
Always
also.
about who you know. Always
So
about who you
you
know.
never know. So before I ask my last question, is there anything that you want to add to this? Like anything that you want to tell people that when they see this interview that is going to make them remember you or make them say, you know what, I'm looking for John when I go to these games?
Forget me. Definitely I want everybody to come out this season, if we do have a season, and support as many games as we can. Last year we didn't really get too much hype behind our games, but you know what I mean? When people do come out, they're definitely not unpleased with what we do. So I definitely want more fans this year, more hype, and I just want to get the city out to the games.
Well, that's good. And I will definitely be pushing for that. Because I will say before my brother got involved with the team, I'm gonna be honest, I'm guilty of not knowing anything about the Connecticut Mustangs. So
Ah,
exactly. So I'm one of those people from Connecticut that I'm talking about that, need to support more. I've been to some of the games though. I've been to some of the games, but I
definitely
did
gotta come head and check us
I
out.
didn't have a lot of experience, but now, through these interviews, I can make fans too. I could be one of you guys fans. So I can come to more games. See,
Definitely come out.
exactly. So, my last question for you tonight: what is your next move after football with the Mustangs?
Um, as far as like my general life or with like sports in general.
With everything, sports, general life, anything.
In life generally, I'm kind of moving towards the entrepreneurial side of things. I'm trying to own a couple businesses. Me and my brother are trying to partner up on some stuff. But as far as sports, I'm gonna try to ride it out as long as I can. I love playing sports, so I definitely want to give it a go. I was just as good as basketball, so I want to try to see how far I could get with football. So yeah,
Okay. Well, I think you'll go pretty far because you seem like you're determined and
yeah, for
you have
sure.
that thing. So, that is it for me. And I think I would just like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to sit
Thank
with
you.
me.
No problem. No problem.
And this concludes another episode of Meet the Mustangs with John Fuller, number 24 of the Connecticut Mustangs.
All right.